Welcome to U.S. Briefing. The content of the briefing includes: curtain rises on new term for conservative U.S. Supreme Court. CIOs feel heat from CEOs on generative AI. What is a motion to vacate, and how could McCarthy defeat it? El Chapo's sons ban fentanyl production in Sinaloa, according to banners. Sheriff Paul Penzone of Arizona's Maricopa County says he's stepping down a year early in January. Curtain rises on new term for conservative U.S. Supreme Court. Japan Times. The U.S. Supreme Court has begun its new term with a criminal sentencing case and will spend the next 9 months testing the limits of its conservative majority. The court has also rejected appeals in cases related to the 2020 election, a candidate's bid to disqualify former President Donald Trump from the 2024 election, and videos recorded by anti-abortion activists. The court has agreed to hear major cases this term involving gun rights, federal agencies, social media regulation, Purdue Pharma's bankruptcy settlement, and the legality of Republican-drawn electoral districts. CIOs feel heat from CEOs on generative AI. Wall Street Journal. Generative AI, which is currently being piloted in a number of companies, is driven to a large extent by CEOs rather than technologists, creating pressure to deliver results. Companies are seeking proof of concept quickly to demonstrate the real impact of generative AI, with CIOs playing a role in bridging the gap between business and technology leadership. However, there is a need for caution, as generative AI is still in development and can produce incorrect content expressed in a confident way, known as a hallucination. What is a motion to vacate, and how could McCarthy defeat it? Wall Street Journal. Representative Matt Gaetz, R.F.Law, late Monday took to the House floor to formally present a resolution to oust House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, R. California, using a seldom-used procedure called a motion to vacate. Here is more about how that motion works and what happens next. El Chapo's sons ban fentanyl production in Sinaloa, according to banners. Reuters. A faction of the Sinaloa cartel, led by the sons of former Mexican drug lord Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, has reportedly banned fentanyl production and sales in Sinaloa, according to roadside banners. The banners, known as Narcomantas, were signed by Los Chapitos, the brothers who took over their father's criminal empire following his extradition to the U.S. in 2017. However, analysts have questioned whether the group would turn its back on such a profitable business, with some suggesting that the move is an attempt to shift the blame for fentanyl production onto others. The U.S. government has previously identified Los Chapitos as the primary providers of fentanyl into the U.S. Sheriff Paul Penzone of Arizona's Maricopa County says he's stepping down a year early in January. The Toronto Star. Maricopa County Sheriff Paul Penzone has announced that he will be resigning in January, a year before his term ends. Penzone, a Democrat, defeated his predecessor Joe Arpaio in the 2016 election and has been credited with ending some of Arpaio's controversial policies. Penzone stated that he is resigning to explore other possibilities in public service. Despite his efforts, Penzone acknowledged that the department still faces challenges from Arpaio's tenure, including a federal court order requiring the department to be monitored following a racial profiling verdict. YTV is obsessed with fakes, fraudsters and thieves right now. The Sydney Morning Herald. The rise of fake news and misinformation in today's post-truth era has led to a surge in TV shows and documentaries about fakes, fraudsters, and thieves. These programs explore real-life cases of con artists and criminals, examining how they operate and prey on their victims. Some recent examples include Inventing Anna, Netflix, Underbelly, Vanishing Act, 9 Now, and The Dropout, Disney+. The popularity of these shows is driven by a curiosity about how deception and theft occur in the modern age, with crimes that are unique to the internet and social media. For example, The Ringleader, The Case of the Bling Ring, Binge, and Con Girl, 7+, focus on crimes that could only have been committed with the existence of the internet. The Ringleader documents the bling ring of California teenagers who robbed the homes of celebrities, while Con Girl follows the elaborate scams of Samantha Azzopardi. These shows highlight the motivations of the perpetrators, the damage they caused, and the impact of their crimes on victims. The rise in online crime has made social media and the internet a scary place for many people, with scams and deception occurring at an alarming rate. The kids need a ride. Enter the driving nanny. Wall Street Journal. The U.S. school bus driver shortage and the return to the office has forced many parents to pay for drivers to shuttle their children after school. Car nannies, who pick up children after school and take them to after-school activities, are being employed by families that need to be in different places at the same time, or do not have access to reliable public transport. Private driving companies, such as Uber, are also launching driver services for children and teenagers. Gucci, Chanel and other luxury retailers splurge on U.S. real estate. Wall Street Journal. Luxury retailers are investing heavily in U.S. real estate, as in-person shopping continues to prove popular. Brands including Chanel and Gucci are opening new locations, increasing their footprint and expanding outside traditional high street areas. Luxury retailers have leased 650,000 square feet of new space in the past year, up from 250,000 square feet the previous year. And that's a wrap on today's news. The U.S. Supreme Court is kicking off its new term with a bang, taking on major cases involving gun rights, social media regulation, and more. Meanwhile, CEOs are putting pressure on CIOs to deliver results with generative AI, but we must proceed with caution as this technology can produce incorrect content in a confident way. In politics, Representative Matt Gaetz has presented a motion to oust House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, and the sons of Mexican drug lord El Chapo have reportedly banned fentanyl production in Sinaloa, though some analysts are skeptical. Sheriff Paul Penzone of Arizona's Maricopa County is stepping down early, and TV shows are capitalizing on our fascination with fakes, fraudsters, and thieves in the age of fake news. Lastly, parents are hiring car nannies to shuttle their kids around due to the school bus driver shortage, and luxury retailers are splurging on U.S. real estate. So, what are your thoughts on today's news? Are you excited or concerned about the Supreme Court's upcoming cases? Do you have any experiences or concerns with generative AI? And what do you think about the rise of TV shows focusing on deception and theft? Let me know in the comments, and remember, the discussion is always open. Stay curious, my friends. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.